Let me help you all understand something because apparently this doesn't make any sense to anybody. While you are blaming people who don't have the funds for having children, the eugenics argument, you're not realizing the fact that capitalism literally makes the workplace your only sense of community once you become an adult. Unless you're fortunate enough to have a healthy support system and a group of friends, which you probably had to make either through the education system or through hobbies, which again, by the fortune of the amount of money that you make and the foundation that you had. So if you have to be an adult, taking care of all your own business, isolated under capitalism, late stage capitalism, inflation, and then put all the types of marginalized identities that are probably thrown on top of you. This adult shit, this American adult shit, is way too hard to do on your own. There are so many people who are only in relationships because they wish they knew how to, but they can't support themselves. And it's intentional because there's only supposed to be one demographic of people, these with dicks in between their legs, that are supposed to be able to easily survive being average as fuck in this society. And everybody else needs to grind set themselves to hell, which is burning out every 3 to 6 months to prove themselves to be above and beyond these people with dicks in between their legs who are acting average. And if that doesn't humiliate you and make you feel like shit at the same time as to the fact that it's probably something that you can't control that is stopping you from finding and developing an authentic sense of community and support, you're probably going to get into a relationship to have the positive reinforcement that this society is refusing to give you. You're probably going to have children to develop a sense of community that this society won't give you. You're probably going to have a lot of children because the world is rejecting you for your identity, your status, your inability to participate in society. You need people who are unconditionally tied to you to continue to reinforce whatever you believe about yourself or the responsibility that you need to take in this world, because this world won't even compliment you. Even if you're broke, which is crazy, this world won't give you any kind of real assistance unless you have children. So you're sitting here telling me that people already in compromised positions as individuals, the only source of hope that they get, even from government benefits, is if they have children that they're not ready for. Nobody's going to tell them that though, because all they see is that having a child means that they're getting $2,000 more a month. But they don't understand that that child, the cost, the intention, the time that that child takes to grow into a human being that's healthy and can take care of themselves is a lot more than that $2,000 a month check that, or maybe even just a $2,000 tax write-off that the government's willing to give you. That kid needs way more than money. They need time, they need love, they need care, they need understanding, they need support. Just like you needed that the government was not willing to give you because you're an adult and you're just lazy. So let's sit here and I hope we can start feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit. And I hope we can start realizing that a lot of people were only born so their parents didn't feel lonely or didn't have to deal with the stress of being a full adult on their own. And that's totally okay if we're willing to acknowledge it. But if we aren't, we're going to keep on breaking off into having these nuclear families and abandoning the appreciation for generational families, abandoning the appreciation for extensive communities so we can continue to dominate our home space, which is like the average man's kingdom in a marriage, and compete that home space with other people who are also struggling to prove that we're not struggling, rather than taking care of individual people and realizing that all they want is to be respected, appreciated, and to have a sense of community that can support them being the complex changing person that they are in a world that is literally changing every single day on a floating rock on the same planet that we just had aliens show up in Miami. Like, come on, bro. Aliens in Miami? How did GTA get this shit right?